everyone. Welcome to our channel.
You know, we keep sounding the exact same in every single intro.
I guess that's all there is. The English language.
Well, we are quite creative people. We should get a little more creative.
I think maybe we could think about it, but we are kind of limited. Some other languages really have a lot more
panache.
No, verbiage. They have like 20 different.
Oh, you mean greetings?
Yes.
We need to find a new greeting.
Right. We're a little limited in our language for certain things. Like love is just one word, covers a lot of things. In other languages, there are many different types of love and different words that mean different kinds of love. So we're a little limited. I just don't want to say
you're blaming it on the language and not yourself.
That's
I see.
right.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Well, in this video, it is a part 2 because we just had so much we wanted to show you that we didn't want you to have an hour and a half long video. So we kind of cut it in half.
Part 2 on what?
On our Eegee, your surprise.
Oh, okay.
I try to keep her up to date. I really do.
I try to stay up to date. I really don't.
In any case, in this one, we're going to see her absolutely gorgeous
trousseau.
Her wardrobe.
Yes.
Because she came with a full wardrobe, as you might have seen a little bit of in our first video. So you want to go see her get her... Oh, she's going to have her own...
What?
Fashion show.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. That was her idea.
Yeah, well, someone's got to have them. Okay. Are you ready to go see?
Every now and again, I pop up with one.
She does her best.
I really do. I came up with a pretty good one the other day, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay, let's go watch the video.
So I'm going to set her over here. Oh, look.
Another wonky eye.
Yeah. Are you going to fix it or just leave it be?
Wonky. Okay. Let's look at her clothes.
Now that eye's closing.
Okay. Let's look at her clothes.
Oh, how do you know they're her clothes?
Well, they came with her. Let's just put it that way.
They were a package?
It was a package deal. That's why I got them.
Oh, okay. Let's see what's in here. It says, bag of clothes go with doll. That's what it says. So, what's this? It's very furry. Well, there's a shoe.
Well, there's something else that's furry.
Oh, there's those same flowers.
She's back like a bad penny. Aren't you, Evie?
I'm ignoring her. Well, look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
A little fur coat. And the flowers match those flowers. So do you think they belong to her?
Well, that wasn't mommy made.
No, look at this. A little fur hat with elastic. Elastic still works. Can you believe that?
No. She's got another shoe.
Well, there's a shoe. Okay, so
let's look at something else, but we can't spend too much time on looking at her clothes. We'll have to tell everybody what we find after we do it. Oh my goodness, what's that?
Well, it's a gun belt. So this must be a cowboy outfit?
I guess so. I wonder if she has boots.
I don't know. Okay, here, have that.
So she has outfits? Really?
Well, here's a hat. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, look at here. That's a smock with a...
Oh, that one's meant for me.
Oh, because you're the artist. Look at this. There's a smock, a hat.
So was that machine
I don't
made?
know. No.
Or is that mommy made?
No, it all looks like... Look.
Huh.
And the hat?
She has outfits.
Look at that.
Wow.
Well, that looks like an outfit to me.
We'll keep going. We don't want to spend too much time on them.
Well, what is this? Well, here is a slip, I would say.
Some pants. Anything else in there?
There's a pant with a hat. It looks like one of those newspaper boy hats.
Huh.
And
Okay.
a pair of pants.
So it looks like she might have come with her own trousseau.
Are you kidding? That matches
Goodness gracious.
a hoodie, one-piece hoodie.
And they're vintage?
Well, you're going to have to go look her up. Look at that.
Huh. Yeah, we're going to have to do some research on this young lady.
Look at that.
Okay.
Well, there's
I think we
another
ought to start.
outfit.
I think
You don't want to see what
I
else is
do,
in
but
here?
we're spending
Oh,
a lot of time.
Okay. Oh my goodness, look at this coat.
Another coat.
It's like a velvet coat. Is that leopard pattern?
What do you think?
Look at that.
I bet the hat would fit Eevee.
If you're going to stay up here, then you're going to get abused. Her ears
will get in the way every time. No, Mama, I don't want that. Yeah, you tell it off. Okay, so.
Well, there's several pairs of shoes.
Yep.
I see a muff. Look there's a muff. It goes with the coat and hat. Socks. There's the one boot anyway. Don't know what else is in here. And a very fancy dress.
Well, I guess it was different than I thought it was.
Same flower.
Oh my.
So you know what?
Yeah, she's got her own trousseau.
She's got her own trousseau. Can you believe that?
No.
I can't. Oh my gosh, there's skates.
I guess that goes with one of the coats. I don't know.
I don't know, but there are skates.
And what did you do? Let's just show really quickly what you did.
Well, first of all, I went through to see what I had. And you have to be very careful with these type of shoes. Because these little knobs, they will fall off. I would warm them in a warm cloth or in warm water. And then dry them. Then take them off. Because they will break. They will just break right here. Or this knob will come off. And so please warm them before you do that. Okay.
So what about these other shoes?
So these are her skates. Where are her skates? So they're not made of, they're just made of, I think, some sort of a paper cloth. And, but I still used oil on them. So you can use mineral oil or I use olive oil. And some people say, oh, it'll end up stinking. Well, years have gone by and my house doesn't stink, and I use it on my wood because I'm
But you can also use mineral oil if you feel better doing that.
But if you're worried about that, just use mineral oil.
And there is a video on repairing oilcloth shoes that is on our channel, and it's a whole video on it.
So this little guy, they call it pallet, just got repaired and oiled. And that was on there to hold it. Okay, and these were her sandals.
And you notice that she's stuffed all of these shoes
to give them their shape back because they were all
right.
And actually, if I would have tried to straighten these out, these would have cracked right off. And so I oiled everything first. Now, where's my screwdriver? If you want to take the snap apart, you just take a tiny little screwdriver and just twist a little bit to take the snap apart. I don't want to snap apart quite yet. Then you oil that snap because these snaps have been there for a lot of decades and they have not been opened. I'm not at that point yet, but I had to do that with this. I could not take that snap apart. I will put a little oil on it and it never will do that again. But what I did is I just went in between with the little teeny and I just turned a little bit. And it came apart. Now I'll show you how I did it on the cowgirl outfit. Let's see. Oh, I'm doing it right in front of you. I got to find. There we go. See? I will oil that. This one would not come apart.
So, moving on to the rest of her
She came with
her clothing. These 2 items are going to get hand washed.
yes.
Not going in the OxyClean.
They're
not going in the laundry.
This is her boot, which was totally crushed.
And that's oilcloth.
This is oilcloth. Now we have a video on how to care for oilcloth that has been crushed. Oh, you already said that. Okay, but then you please stuff it. You see all these wrinkles and cracks? That was a crack that was already down to the sole. And look at where the crack is now. So this is one of her boots. We'll try to find some oilcloth and vintage.
Make her another one.
Make her another one.
So
that is
what
for
about
her
all this
cowgirl
lovely stuff
outfit.
right here?
This is perfect. Okay, these are her socks. These are her ties, shoe ties. These are
pin them
panties.
together.
I pin them because I'll tell you something. When you want to rinse out after they've been OxyClean, they'll go down the drain. You don't want them to go down the drain.
Okay.
So these are all my OxyCleans. These are what I've chose.
So tell us why you chose those to be OxyCleaned.
For the fabrics that they're made out of. I know that they'll be fine.
So they're mostly, give us an idea what they're made out of.
Well, they're more cotton. This is, go ahead, tell me what it is.
Taffeta?
Taffeta.
Mm-hmm.
Taffeta does real well in OxyClean.
What about her fancy dress?
Her fancy dress is taffeta.
Okay.
See it?
Yep.
That's taffeta. So those will go well.
OxyClean.
Oh, I have to take this off.
Yeah, well, we're going to take all the flowers off.
But I just want to show you that
OxyCleaned.
this one I just didn't pull it off all the way. They stapled them on. They just did. And that's caught in the thread. So
and then we will just either sew it back on, or
I will sew it back on,
or put a little tiny little safety pin.
Yes. So this is all OxyClean.
This group.
I never got to the gun.
This group is not going to be OxyClean.
No, this group is going in a garment bag right here. I will pin it shut, and it will be washed in the washing machine. But guess what? None of it goes in the dryer. None of it. Even this, what I would do is lay this out to dry.
Well, we might show you that.
Yes, we might show you how I will dry.
So now that everybody has an idea where everything's going.
Oh, here's the gun.
Oh, we didn't show them that there was a gun.
And it isn't glued yet. Oh, it's still gluing.
Okay, so everything is, like I said, everything is going to get washed, and then we will see what we're going to do next.
Well, here we are with some of her outfits that actually came with the doll. So how we decided how they were going to get cleaned and restored came down to what fabrics they were made out of.
So I would say that all of these were, wait a minute, this one was OxyCleaned.
This particular one, yeah, I think there were 4 things that were OxyCleaned.
Okay, but this was OxyCleaned, but these little flowers were taken off.
Were OxyCleaned.
Wait a minute, these flowers were taken off, and then they were reattached afterwards. So why don't we just show this when we can get rid of it? Then you stuffed both of her.
Oh, sleeves. Yes, that's how I iron. Puff sleeves.
And then you placed it on a. Did you iron it the whole thing?
Yes, the whole thing got ironed. Oh, also inside, you see all these edges. They had long strings and stuff. I trimmed them.
Yep.
Okay, and then it got ironed, and then I just let it dry.
So that's that one.
The rest of the way, because I iron it when it's wet.
So the rest of these things, they went in a garment bag, as we showed you, and they got washed in the washing machine, but not dried.
And this is her hat. She got a new strap, chin strap. And so what happened when this came out, of course, it was a crumpled up mess. So what you do with those things is you hand shape them, because we don't use dryers on these vintage clothing. So I hand shaped it. I ironed turned it inside out, ironed it, didn't need any trimming.
But you have to understand it was a very light iron. It was not a hot iron.
No, it's a hot iron that I use for all the vintage clothes and has one setting, that's it. And so I ironed the red.
What'd you do with the fur?
With the fur, I take, this is a slicker brush you use for
dog.
And what I do is just...
So did you do that wet or did you do that dry?
Oh, I do it wet and then I do it dry. I do it wet so that it can get the air in to dry it. And then I do it dry to make it the way I want it.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
So that's the hat. That's one hat and coat. Oh, I also trimmed around here because I didn't want the hair, which what it was doing is getting
caught in the snap.
So I did trim that. I mean, that's because this style came exactly the way it was. Now this has a hat. This hat and coat is.
So we want to tell you something about this lovely little muff.
Yeah, I lost it.
She did. She lost it for a long time, and I wasn't around to find it. So she looked everywhere for it. She looked in the garment bag. It was in about 3 times.
Yeah, I did. I looked in that garment bag 3 times.
And she never found it.
No.
She was sad. And then I decided, well, you know what? I have lost things in the past and looked in the same spot about 10 times, went back to the 11th, and guess what? It was there. So I looked in that garment bag again, and guess what I found?
That's why it's not as flat as...
Well, it was stuck in a corner. So the lesson to be learned in your garment bags, if you have these really tiny little things, look in every corner.
And why don't you just do the simple thing,
which is pin
it to a seam?
Pin it.
I had all this stuff pinned together, all of the ties and the...
That's okay. We found it. So what did you do to this lovely little... It's a velveteen almost.
It's like a velveteen, and I did trim her edges.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go down near to the seam. But, you know, after all those years, you got all these strings. So I got rid of the strings. And I hand stretched this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hand stretched it.
She did not iron it.
No. I did.
You did?
I did.
Oh,
so when I got to the, it started to dry more, I saw that it was going to be wrinkled. And I said, well, that isn't going to work. So,
but you didn't do it on the velveteen side.
I did not do it on the velveteen.
And it was a very, very low iron.
So what I did when I did do it on the velveteen side, which was on this, it was so here's the iron. It just plugs in here, and it doesn't have
one
a setting.
You can get it at Joann Fabrics.
So when I had to do the sleeve because it was wrinkled a little, I just went. And I didn't do a lot, but I mostly ironed it from the inside.
Okay, so let's move on to the hat
and the same with the hat. I did hand stretching,
but if you'll notice, this is a very good way
of ironing
of letting your it dry in the position you want it to dry in.
Yes,
which is stuffing the hat
as we stuffed the sleeves on the dress that went somewhere.
Right. And then, of course, you ironed her.
I did iron this.
No.
What? Oh, yeah. I ironed the ribbon. And you notice that the young lady that owned this style, she never cut it. So this stuff was, these things were very well taken care of. And okay, so look right here. You're going to get, do you see that? I just noticed it. Okay, I'm going to fix that right now. Would you go get me a clip? Okay, we're using Fabric Fusion by Eileen's. You take a toothpick, the sharp end. Do you see that? Can you see that? You go in here and you put it in between where it was separated. Do you see? And I'm using my toothpick to make it just the way I want it, right? And there goes my toothpick. And here is a clip. Done.
Okay. Well, I think we have showed you some techniques that might help. And I think that little lady here is ready for her reveal. And I think this one's going to be a really special one.
Yeah, she's got a lot of stuff to reveal.
Because you know what, guys? We're going to do our very first doll fashion show. I think we're going to get to it.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Well, welcome everybody to the first DIY doll artist fashion show. Our model is a Eegee Suzy doll, and she is made of hard plastic with a vinyl head and a saran hair, and all of the fashions that you are going to see were made by the same designer, and they came with her. She's wearing a blue taffeta dress with a matching slip to match her red and pink accents, and a red bow in her hair with her black shoes and her vintage socks. And this outfit would be wonderful for going out to shop with mom, or a lovely stroll in the park, or perhaps she's taking those flowers to grandma.
Or she picked grandma's flowers before.
Yeah, she probably picked them and then decided to take them to her.
To her grandma, yeah.
And here is our next model, which actually we didn't even realize we had. But she is also an Eegee Suzy, or Suzette.
Her fraternal twin sister.
Yep, we had her all the time. We didn't even know it. Now, this outfit is a green velvet coat with
leopard trim.
Yep, leopard trim. Give her a spin, honey. Suitable for an outing with Daddy to go to a play, or even when you're going to Grandma's house.
That's what I wore when I went to Grandma's house.
Well, here's our model Suzy, and she is sporting a artist's outfit made from cotton. Both the smock and the pants and her little red tam are all made out of cotton. She's got her red shoes to match. She would be perfect at a art class, or even just painting a picture in the park. Now here is our model Suzette, and she has on a very pretty skating outfit.
It's a one piece.
She has a one-piece leotard and hooded. It's a hooded leotard. And what is her skirt made out of?
I can't tell you.
But it's very pretty. And she has on little silver skates. She would absolutely be beautiful at a skating event at Rockefeller Center.
At Christmas time.
She would. Next we have our model Suzy, and she is sporting a cowgirl outfit.
I had one just like that when I was about 6.
And her shirt is made of cotton, and what do you think her skirt is made of?
This is kind of like a denim type fabric, but it wasn't denim, but it's kind of like that. And then
you'll notice that she has her holsters and a pretend gun.
Mm-hmm.
And she would be lovely at the local Halloween.
Oh, absolutely.
And next we have the lovely Suzette, and she is wearing a play outfit, and I would say probably for the fall.
And that's for the fall, absolutely.
And her hat and her pants are cotton, and she borrowed the sweater for this fashion show, and she has on red shoes. She is all set for some fall
playing in the leaves.
Mm-hmm. Those leaves, you can see her just before she is jumping right in. Now here is Suzy, and she is modeling our faux fur jacket and hat set. It goes wonderful over an evening gown. She's all ready to go to that formal dance. Well, here she is, the belle of the ball. Our model Suzy is dressed in a formal blue taffeta dress with a silver overlay, a lovely bow in her hair, which isn't vintage, And what does she have on underneath?
She has sandals, silver sandals that came with her, socks, and garters.
And she is definitely ready to go to a formal dance or maybe the opera.
Could be. She's going to go see the Sugar Plum.
The Sugar Plum Fairy? Yeah. But yeah, said that well. And here's our final model. This is our model Eegee, and she is sporting a Chinese dress. It is a dark teal with beautiful embroidered flowers. And she could wear this just about anywhere. And Evie decided she wanted to be our last model. But I told her, sit down, sweetie.
Sit down.
Sit down. Sit down. Good girl. I told her
that it spins.
That, no, not just that it spins. That if she wanted to be in the video as one of the models, then she had to model a dress.
She says,
I think she's done modeling.
We'll give her a treat.
And that is the end.
Get back up here.
Wait a minute.
Sit. Now, you'll see how she gets her treat. Hey, are you ready? Pose to the camera. There's her treat.
And that ends our fashion show. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed our little fashion show.
You can sure tell they're fraternal twins.
Yeah.
One likes to ride in a pedal car and one wants to go to the prom.
Well, we really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here a while, we really are so happy to have you. And we're getting really close to that 1,000 subscriber. And when we do, if you've been on our channel before, we told you that we're going to be giving away a doll. That seems to be coming up pretty soon.
Well, there's only 33 more.
At this moment.
At this moment.
And so what do you want to say, honey?
Well, it is possible to do it yourself. I left off something.
No, you didn't. You just paused quite a long time. Well, we didn't know we were going to be doing a fashion show, but we enjoyed it. I hope you did. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, the next time I'll go to bed the night before. I'm tired.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.